Hey everybody, it's JJamJim. Welcome back to another episode of our tutorial slash let's play of Vanilla Cities Skylines with, of course, all the DLC installed. We're taking a look here at what we built last time, our small little neighborhood that we're going to continue to expand, and I think it looks quite fun. We sort of stabilized things last time. I did let the game run a little bit just to get a little bit of cash backed up. I think we ended around 30 grand in the bank, and so wanted to just let the game run just to get a little bit more funds before we started. Now, as you can see, we do have a massive demand for industry. So what I would like to do is let's first go through and make sure that our services are okay before we start spending some money on some other buildings. So our power is just okay at the moment. We're actually going to need some more very soon. So I think we'll go ahead and preemptively drop down another coal plant. I don't know what we get at our next milestone, if we get any sort of... we get some more access to some different roads and things, hospitals, fire stations. Oh, we do get the oil plant at the next tier, but I think we'll just stick with the coal. It's just going to be fine for now. So let me drop this down. I'm actually going to put it right here. Okay, this is a very filthy, dirty area, but we'll probably end up moving this, honestly. We'll probably end up shifting it over, or what we'll do is we will take a look at our natural resources, and maybe we should actually do that right now. Is what we could do is change this and turn it into farmland. Did we ever buy that tile? I don't think we did. So I'm going to actually spend a little bit of money and buy our next tile, and I'm going to buy this one. And the reason I want to buy this one is because I think I would like to change up the highway right here and start moving in this direction. I think we'll sort of tackle this, this sort of, make our 9 this 9 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I think that might be nice. We'll get a little bit of access to all sorts of different areas, and I think it'll be really good. So let's go ahead and buy this one. There we are. And let's go back into this view. So now we have access to our highway over here, and also access to our rail, which will be really cool, which means that we can start creating some transport for our citizens when that unlocks. I don't think that is unlocked yet, though. No. Train unlocks at 7,500 citizens. Okay. But what I think would be nice, because we do have some opportunities to have cleaner industry. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode. I think I might have. Is I don't generally like traditional industry buildings. They're filthy. They cause a lot of noise, and they don't look all that great. I think there's a time and a place for them, but I think it's very sparse. I don't like giant areas where it's just pollution-filled, nasty, and it creates a giant mess for traffic when they're too big. I think in certain situations they're okay. Like, what I would like to do is when I have landfills or incinerators, since they're going to pollute anyway, sometimes I will pop down just a small bit of zoning for industry in those areas because it's going to pollute anyway. Or around like a power plant, right? But I think we have the opportunity, it's right here, for some farmland. I think we should do it. So I'm going to grab this road. It's going to be sort of more of an urban farming thing. You'll notice I did something very similar to this right now on our stream over on Twitch. We are doing something very similar to this. We had an urban farming sort of thing right off the highway, and I think it worked quite well. So we'll probably end up having this go over. I'm going to make this only go up by 3. Right. Sorry, I forgot I was not working with mods, and that you tend to forget. So 3, 6, 9, and 12. Although, is that good enough? Because this is elevated. We may need to go a little bit higher with it. So this is actually a good learning point here. If we want to go up very gradually, what you can do is you can go up, like, let's do 10 units. So we're going up by 6. Okay, so we'll go up 6 units, by 10, and then we start to create a really nice gradual curve. And then I'm going to go 12. I'm going to go up 3. It's not quite that nice. So I think what we might do is see if we can go up. Go up 10. But let's try going up 9. And then what if we went up just 10 to another 3 there? Kind of still the same result. But you know what, though? I think it's a good height for the highway here. So let's go back down. We'll even that out a little bit. Just to keep it level. Because it is considerably higher on this side of the highway, which I did not realize. There we go. And then go right down to the ground. Let's go out as far as we can. 12 units. There we go. Now that's a very, very nice flat curve. This could do for, it's got a little bit of a wave in it, but not a whole lot we can do about that. But that's pretty spectacular. That's pretty good. And bonus, we can get a road underneath here to connect up on the other side. Which is really good. So I'm going to use these roads. And I'm going to create, let's see here, how do we want to do this? Because what I would like to do is, here, let's try to go back to this view. So here's obviously a huge pocket of farmland, and then over this road as well, there's another pocket. So we can have a little bit of farming on either side. What I do like to do is use some dirt roads. So maybe this is more of a little bit of a rural area, but still suburban, but not so suburban that, you know, it doesn't feel natural, because there isn't a lot of suburban farming, you know what I mean? And we don't really want to mix it with residential, just because even though it doesn't pollute, it is still very loud. So we have to keep that in mind as well. I'm gonna go like about to here. Okay, how many units is that? It's 1040. So let's go to 1040. Then I'm going to grab this road. Oh, we do have the day-night cycle on. Well, let me just turn that off. There we go. Day-night cycle. Apologies for that. Forgot I had that on from our last stream. So then I'm going to go dirt roads out. Go underneath. Okay. And then I'm going to go like this. But just to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm just going to create a diagonal there. I'm going to go like this and that. And let's go like 45 right there. But I do want to keep the only exit off of it from there, so you can get on the road, you know, you just get back on the road, but they can go between each other. I think that might be quite nice. There's also potentially an opportunity to do this as a one-way. Let's think about that. Okay, then I'm going to go, we're going to do something a little bit drastic here. I am going to unzone all of this. Zone all of this industrial. Okay. We're going to rezone this. And I think what I may want to do is have the industry not off of the main road here. Sort of have it be in the back. We'll do it all here. And then we'll do all of this. By the way, we are listening to the country station. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit further over, but that's okay. I think all of this farmland will definitely qualm some of this as well. Let's make sure that we do have a little bit of power. Let's go like this. So let's hit play. Let's put it up onto 2-speed. We'll let that dezone, and hopefully this will come in right away. And once this comes in, just a little bit, we can start moving some of these things around. There it goes. We'll go like this just to make sure we have the power right away. Okay, and then we have the fire station over here. I'm going to move that right now. Put that right there. That does not have power currently, but I think it will very, very shortly. Oh, and there also is no water over here. Good to note. Good to note that. So let's go up. And do this. Go. And that's not entirely straight, but that's okay. That is okay. There we go. This guy does not want to leave. Nope, there he's gone. Okay. We are gonna have to do something with this power plant. You know, we still could have it on this road. Be nice if we didn't have polluters around our farmland, but maybe just for now we can move these around. Okay. And that should be good. I don't even know if we need this anymore. But we do need this, of course, to connect to there. And now, of course, we can't move this yet because we do not have the opportunity to build an incinerator yet. Although we can get a recycling plant in and maybe start emptying it. And I think this is a perfect spot for it. So let's go there. We do have a little bit of money for that. And then we may be able to actually empty this. Oh, we can't. We actually can't empty it into a recycling center. Oh, well, there you go. Look at that. You learn something new every day. I think just for... Now, this pollution, this purple mess that is here, and all this nastiness, this will go away eventually. Over time, the pollution, the ground will heal itself, so we won't have that, you know, forever. But currently, if we were to put residences here, they would get sick from the toxins. So, I'd like to save some of this for, like, offices. You know, sort of like administration buildings. Oh, I never zoned this. Silliness. Silly, silly. Alright. We have to make it a district first. Oops. That is my bad. Let's grab all these. So we'll do our first specified industry in the city here. Okay, Vermont district. We'll name that at a later time. I'm not sure how we'll name it quite yet. We may name it after subscribers, or we may name it after people who are active in the comments section. I'm not sure yet. I'm not entirely sure, but for now we'll leave it. And then we will specify it by going to our districts tab, grabbing the farming industry, and then you just click on it. Boom. Now all of these will transform. They'll go away, and they will transform into farms. And then we won't have polluting, which would be really nice. Well, they will a little bit here, of course, but... Okay, great. So, since we do have more farming over here, I'd like to just carry this over. I don't want to get too close to this highway intersection because I don't think this diamond is going to stay, right? It's going to change. But if we go like this... Actually, what if we did the... What if we... Let's mix it up. Let's go... to there. Then we'll use our dirt roads to... Let's go... Actually, there. Use our snapping point. Perfect. And what I'm going to do is go like this. Can I get that straighter? Actually, I think I'd like to go like one. This is kind of what I was talking about last time. Oh, greenest city. We got an achievement unlock. Well, isn't that nice? I don't know. Oh, probably because of the farming. Probably because of the farming. Now, I am going to move this again. It does cost a little bit of money to move. But I think I'm going to be able to sneak that road in there. Perfect. Okay. So, basically, what this does is it sort of creates a small almost like a slip lane, basically, for cars and trucks to go off of, so things aren't zoned on the main area, but they can be zoned on this road. And I kind of talked about that last time, but I kind of want to do that for, say, our industry, our office buildings and things like that. Let's do something like that. There. Very good. Okay. And again, this can always change, but this will offer us a lot of opportunity to create a lot of jobs for people. Now, of course, this got a little polluty here, but it will go away eventually.
We get big bite burgers and fries. All this week, in addition to our regular menu, try our all-you-can-eat signature sides, like our famous bowl full of melted cheese.
Now I have a little more. We need to get a little bit more commercial going, so I think we may put a little bit here. And I think we may do a stretch right here of commercial as well. And that's coming in right away. We also can continue to expand this neighborhood. Now we probably want to go over the highway here. Maybe create a little bit of an interchange. Not sure. A little more on-off. I mean, as many on-offs as you can, as many on-offs, I guess, exits and entrances to the highway as you have, or as you can have, that is going to be better, right? The more you can have your traffic flow to highways and use them as the main arteries of traffic, the better. Keep them off of your surface streets and things, because then you won't have as many traffic problems. But that can be challenging sometimes. But I think we should continue this neighborhood and just fill out the rest of this here to the highway. Okay, let's go to 12. Perfect. 12, and then we'll go 12 back down. Like so. Is that the... Oh, it's not actually even. So it goes a little down over here, I see. Okay, well, then in that case, we'll back this up and go maybe one more up. Oh, maybe... Yeah, like right there. Okay, that's a little more flat, which is nice. And we'll go to... Oh, that's at 3. There you go, sorry. That's fine. It's a fine slope there. Okay, and then we can add some more neighborhoods here. I don't know if I want to do another one there or just have this. I don't want to build this too close to the highway because, again, we will be changing that. Could also go under this. But I don't want to do that quite yet. I don't want to bite off more than we can chew. So we may just end up changing this neighborhood a little bit. So maybe we do a little... Maybe we do that. Maybe we do a little bit of that. And there. And, well, let's see. Make it a little interesting. You know what we could put in here? We could kind of make our own park. Just a little park area or something. And then, you know what? This looks... Yeah, I think we'll do that. It's just kind of fun and interesting. And then now that I see this, I can also curve this as well. There we go. That's a little different, a little strange. But, you know, it's our sandbox. Let's play in it, right? I'm going to continue this on through here. Get more commercial demand. We don't have any residential demand at the present time. the current present time. We do need this watered. There we are. So, maybe while we're waiting for a little bit more money and we're waiting for our residential demand to come back, let's play with some of the assets that we have. So, what I do like to do on avenues that we're trying not to zone too many things on. Now, of course, we are zoning a lot on this avenue. But that can change, right? We can take some of this off. What I kind of like to do is create natural parks that you can use for your citizens to walk about. And it just looks really nice and fills in areas that might just kind of look a little weird, right? The zoning opportunities in here are kind of small and strange. I think you can use those to your advantage by creating just parks. So let's take off the road guidelines. I'm going to use the regular paved path. Get as close to there as I can. Not quite. Okay. Get as close to. Oop. Thanks, Chirpy. Close there. Game can be a little finicky sometimes, but where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, now that doesn't look very good, right? Like the tearing look of it. But what you can do. So basically that just takes away our zoning squares and just kind of creates a little walking path for people to walk along, but can do. I like to actually use, where is it? Oh, do we not have that bush thing? Really? Where's this little guy? Wow, that's a very big and handsome tree. So let's pop that right there. Right over that tear line. It can be a little challenging to place properly, but it is possible. Possible here. Boy, sometimes you forget what is possible with mods and what is not possible. But let's try to cover up what we can. And what I'm thinking we can do is to pretty this up. So, you know, you just do your best. You do your best to make it look as pretty as you can make it. Thinking what we can do in between here is we may be able to place some benches. And so in the Park Life DLC, you can there's now a bunch of these great assets you can place. And I don't know if it's going to allow us to do this. It will actually. Okay. Just a little bit. And create a little bench for people to sit at. Sometimes that will happen where it'll just sort of look like you can place it and then it'll delete it. No matter, just place it again. And then, let's see, can we get any on this side? It's so tight over here that maybe not. That's okay. We'll go back to our thing here. And let's just create a winding path. Back up. That's kind of nice. Alright, and then we can just fill it in with some trees and make it look all really, really lovely. So, we are in a boreal theme. However, for in the city here, I feel like we can just use regular trees. Although I do really like this big. The trunk is large. Maybe we just kind of fill it with the corners. Let's just maybe pop a few of them. Beautifying a park is a process. It won't look good right away. You have to work it, right? So what I do is I'll just place one type of tree. Just a few of them, right? And then switch to a different tree. Just to mix it up and keep it all looking so it doesn't all look the same, right? And you don't have to fill it in so tight that, you know, you can't see anything. You can't see any of the paths. Now again, this won't act necessarily as a park that people will be happy about, but it'll just look really nice and it'll blend some of your neighborhoods together really nicely. So let's switch to this tree. We're also listening to the CRR radio station, which is a country music radio station that I think came in a radio stations pack, if I believe, if I remember correctly. Switch to these kind. Perfect. And what you can even do too is we can put some more benches. We can put some more benches along the side, but even just that little bit, right? We didn't do a whole lot here. We can even put some rocks and things. I mean, all these little things really make these areas look a lot nicer and make them pop a little bit. I think that's pretty great. Okay. We still do not have any more demand, but what we do have more demand for is industry. So let's grab our district tool and expand our farm zone to here. Let's kick out a little bit past the road in case we are zoning some farms on there. Excellent. Okay, let's go in here. I'm going to pause it because I don't want them to... I will zone on this back road. You know what I might like to do is move this so it's not cutting through there. Guess let's do that for now. Great. Also, what that allows you to do while you are beautifying some areas is you get some practice beautifying, and look at our money. We were at 11,000 when we started doing that, and now we're at 55. So there's benefits to that. So right there. I'm not going to zone on there. I think we'll end up doing, like I said, more offices or something like that. Let's go in there as well. And let's see how that plays. And then what you can do in here is use this as like a nice walking path. Let's see how this looks. A little bit of the tear. So I think what you can, I think the idea here then is if you have that and it's happening on both sides, it's best to have it only on one side, right? So let's try to get as close as we can. Not quite. There we go. To this side. Still have a little bit. But we may be able to fill this with some trees, or, better yet, maybe able to use some fence. Let's see if we can do that. We may end up killing this. Now, the only downside to farming is you will have a lot of cows. Oh, can we actually get this without disrupting all of it? We actually can. Fabulous. It's a little bit of trial and error, and it's a little tedious, but you can do it. So now we have a little bit of farm fence there, which just kind of gives a little bit of a natural break from the road, right? Having this path, having it not right on here and having this road here, it feels a lot more seamless, right? Oh, those cows are loud. And really, really nice. Very good. So we've qualmed a whole bunch of that, and now we have more residential demand. So let's go pop some more houses in our nice newly minted neighborhood here with our brand new little park area. Now, of course, we'll actually want to put some actual parks because we are lacking a little bit, right? You can see that the red and the orange, it's not good. It means you could use a lot more parks. So what if we were to put a large playground? Oh, it'd be nice if we could do it right there. You know what? Actually, I think it might be nice to have this right across the street from this little nature area. So let's do this instead. Sorry, houses. I'm going to de-zone this. And we're going to put a path over here. Connect that there. There we go. Cool. And then we have this little area. And we can add, let play. We can add some more of the kind of trees that we have. We just line this path or whatever you wish. I think that's kind of nice. Cool. Now we have a little park. Lots of nice green space. It'd be really great to live across the street from this park. Now, I don't know what we do in here yet. I think what we might do is put a small park. Can we fit that right here? Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then we'll do a similar thing. I don't know if I can connect any of these paths off of here, though. I don't think so. But, same deal. Let's do...
Lights, camera, movie. There's nothing like watching a movie to take you to another place or time. And there's no better
We have
place to
that
watch
dirt path there. I think I'm going to put this in here. Of course, with these radio stations, you get some very goofy ads and things. But they're pretty fun. Yeah, I think this is probably a good... Yeah, right there. Can I get it right there? Excellent. We should be able to maybe put some of these paths through here. Maybe. Now, when the paths, I would argue that these paths don't look great when they connect with the dirt paths. But again, we can start putting some trees in. Maybe we'll just actually put some rocks. The nice thing is these rocks can overlap each other, which is really, really nice. Or if they don't overlap with the little ones, I don't really know why they don't. So you can overlap the big ones together, but you can't overlap the little ones. But this gives you is, hopefully, let's see if we can fit a couple of trees in here. Just to fill this in. Now, obviously, it requires a little bit of patience. But I think if you can stomach that, it's worth it. Because that looks really nice, right? You're coming off this road, and that's just a really, really nice little entrance here. Some rocks and things. Alright, let's finish this up. I think just to maybe bridge the two parks together, we will add our new friend, this tree. Let's actually put it right here, because then that will block that little spot there. Perfect. Let's do one over here as well. And one... Oh, yeah, that's That's okay. We'll go right there with it. Okay, and go back. Awesome. See how nice that looks? That is really, really nice, I think. That is really, really nice. Well, friends, I think that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope we learned a little bit here. We didn't do a whole lot, but you know what we did do? We did a little bit of fun. Like, see how this is filled out, and it just feels so much more natural. And, you know, the curved roads look kind of funky at first, but now it's very integrated, right? It feels very integrated and very natural. Very good. And then, of course, we got rid of our terrible polluters. Well, most of them. Still have our coal plants and our this as well. But, ooh, this traffic is getting here. We may have to futz with that a little bit. Do some one-way things here and there to create a little bit of that. But, yeah. Everybody, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And please, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And maybe we'll start naming some of our districts after some people who are active in the comment section. I think that might be a good idea. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. And we'll see you in the next episode of City Skylines. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.